He was the kind of man no one ever really noticed. Every morning at 4:30, before the sun had even risen, he walked into the same building with the same uniform and the same tired smile. His name was James Carter, 38 years old, a janitor at a corporate office in Dallas, Texas. He wasn't famous. He wasn't rich. He was invisible, or at least, that's how the world saw him. But what the world didn't see was what James carried inside him. A quiet fire, a decision, a belief that he could be more, even if no one else believed it. He wasn't born lucky. He grew up in a small Texas town where the factory was the only place anyone ever worked. His father died when he was 12. His mother cleaned houses just to pay for his school lunch. College was never an option. By 19, James was mopping floors full-time. He told himself it was temporary, but 1 year turned into 5, and 5 turned into 15. Every day felt the same. Coffee at dawn, work till night. He'd see people in suits rush by him, holding meetings, making decisions, living the life he once dreamed of. And every time, a quiet voice whispered, "You don't belong here." But one day that voice changed. It happened when a man named Tom Reynolds, one of the company's senior managers, stayed late one evening. James was cleaning the hallway when he noticed Tom's computer still on. Out of curiosity, he looked at the screen, an open spreadsheet filled with numbers and colors. He didn't understand it all, but he felt curious. Something about it fascinated him. When Tom walked out of his office, James quickly apologized, thinking he'd be fired for snooping. But Tom just laughed. "Don't worry about it, man. You like numbers." James shrugged. "I don't know. Just looks interesting." Tom smiled. "If you're curious, there's this free website, Khan Academy. You can learn anything there." It was a small moment, but for James, it was the spark. That night, instead of watching TV, he opened his old laptop and typed in Khan Academy. The screen loaded slowly. His internet barely worked, but when it did, something inside him woke up. He started learning about basic math again, then accounting, then finance. Every night, after cleaning toilets and emptying trash, he'd sit in his small apartment and study. Not for a degree, not for a grade, just for himself. Months went by, then years. By the time he was 42, James could read financial reports better than half the interns at the company. Still, no one knew. No one noticed the janitor with a dream. Until one afternoon, the company ran into a problem, a budgeting error that cost them thousands. The finance team stayed late trying to fix it. James, who was mopping the hallway, overheard them struggling. He hesitated, then quietly walked in and said, "Excuse me, sir. I think that column doesn't add up because you're linking the wrong sheet." The room went silent. They checked, and he was right. That one moment changed everything. Tom, the same man who told him about learning years ago, was still there, now a director. He pulled James aside and said, "You've got a sharp mind. Why don't you apply for our junior accounting role?" James laughed. "I'm a janitor, Tom." Tom smiled back. "You were a janitor. Now, you're a student of life. Don't let a job title define your future." 2 weeks later, James applied and didn't get the job. But instead of giving up, he asked HR for feedback. They told him he lacked a degree. So he did something that most people in his position never do. He enrolled in online night classes. It took him 4 years, thousands of hours, and countless nights of falling asleep over his textbooks. He failed twice, thought about quitting 3 times. But he didn't, because every time he felt like stopping, he remembered the smell of bleach on his hands and the promise he made to himself that he would never die ordinary. At 46, James Carter graduated with a bachelor's degree in business administration. He was the oldest student in his class, but also the proudest. The same week, the company offered him an entry-level financial analyst position. He accepted it without hesitation. No one clapped. No one gave him a medal. But James didn't need applause. He had something more powerful, proof. Proof that mindset beats circumstance. Within 5 years, James went from janitor to finance manager. His salary multiplied tenfold. But more importantly, his life multiplied. He bought his first home, paid for his mom's medical bills, donated anonymously to students in his hometown. He never told anyone his story publicly, because to James, it wasn't about fame. It was about growth. He once said to a coworker, "Most people wait for opportunity, but opportunity doesn't knock, it whispers. You just have to be quiet enough to hear it." And that's the truth, isn't it? Most of us are waiting for luck, waiting for the right time, waiting for motivation. But while we wait, time keeps moving. People like James don't wait, they act. Even when no one's watching. Even when it hurts. Even when it feels impossible. Because here's the thing, success isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. It's waking up early. Studying when you're tired. Working when no one claps. It's believing in yourself when the world doesn't even see you. James Carter will never be on the cover of Forbes. He'll never own a private jet or buy a mansion in Malibu. But he's free. Free from debt. Free from fear. Free from the mindset that told him he couldn't. And that kind of success? That's worth more than gold. So maybe, right now, you feel stuck. Maybe you're not where you want to be. Maybe your dreams feel too far away. But let this story remind you, you don't need the perfect start. You just need a decision. Decide that today won't look like yesterday. Decide to learn something new. Decide to show up. Because you never know, one night of learning, one act of courage, one small choice might just be the moment that changes everything. You don't need luck. You don't need permission. You just need to believe that your mindset can turn your nothing into something. And when it does, don't be surprised when people ask, how did you do it? Just smile and say, I stopped cleaning floors and started cleaning my mind. If this story touched you, don't scroll away. Subscribe to Rich Mind Talk, where real stories meet real success. Because somewhere out there, someone just like James is about to change their life. And that someone could be you. Stay disciplined. Stay patient. Stay unstoppable. Your mindset is your greatest investment.